Mic check. Mic check, mic check. Oh, waves, waves, come, cunt. All right, we're going to try this. I'm going to read this email that we got to you, Austin.
Okay.
And because I had the great idea, I want you to do this for our podcast so bad. Okay. And I don't think it's unreasonable because all the stuff I do.
Are you saying this is an email we got?
Yeah, and it's just spam, and I did some research. I think it's all bullshit.
Okay.
I'm just going to read it to you. For a very short time, I've switched on the free trial option. This guy is saying you sign up for his Patreon. It's like $25 a month.
Okay.
He listens to your podcast. He writes a review. He puts it on his website. And, you chat with him for a minute, and he gets a vibe, and then he listens to your podcast. And I thought, I mean, the idea is, we'll get you some listeners. We'll get you out there, whatever. Who cares? Because it does say, I can't remember. But I thought, I just need to put this on Austin, spend $25, chat with the guy for a minute, and then we need to get a review of our podcast from some guy that just does it on the internet for his job.
I'll do it.
It sounds so fun.
Fuck yeah, dude. If you give me the info, I'll do that shit.
Okay, I will. So I wanted to bounce you about that because last night
I'll give him my phone number, and then me and him can chat about the pod before I fall asleep every night.
It sounds so fun. Also, I will hit an apology right off the top, dude. Listen, we've said some things about people that are close to us that they've taken poorly while we broadcast it to the entire world.
Is this new developments?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I wasn't told to do an apology.
Okay.
But I do feel kind of bad about, I don't want to make anybody feel like I'm fucking talking shit on them to the world, so.
Do we want to?
Nope.
You're just not even going to tell me who it is?
Oh, you know who it is.
You
Jules get sad sometimes when I actually. Fuck.
Fuck.
Okay, we're back, dude.
We didn't pause. We didn't talk about anything. I still don't know who it is or what has happened, so we're going to continue.
But my point is, I just, we want to build people up. It's all we're ever doing.
For sure.
So if I didn't build people up on accident while I was trying to sort out all my bullshit and there was some casualties of war.
Yes.
My apologies.
Also,
I will not apologize to the lady that hurt me for years and years and years that we have called a cheating bitch whore 850 times on this podcast. That one, we're going to let that one fly. But you get my point. Well, we can just
here's what I'll say.
Keep moving.
80% of what I say in life is an exaggeration. Mm-hmm. Whether it's good, bad, especially if I'm joking and talking shit, I say the most foul shit and it holds no weight. It's not real to me. Mm-hmm. I don't believe it. I just exaggerate everything I can to make it as funny as I possibly can.
Here's something maybe interesting.
I have never once fucked a girl that felt like a bowl of hot water. That's not real.
Here's something that's interesting. Because there's the idea that the antidote to bad speech or hateful speech is more speech.
Okay.
That's what the free speech people say in the conservatives or in the classical liberals. And there's an idea about it, and I think a lot of what we do, it's what makes us good podcasters, great podcasters, is
great professional podcasters.
Yes, throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And we do that with our words and ideas. You're you're thinking with your mouth. You're just talking, and you throw out all the bullshit, and then sometimes you can judge if it was right or not. And you go, oh, fuck, I stumbled onto some truth.
Yep.
Let's hang on. It came out of my mouth? That's crazy. But, you've heard the things that come out of our mouths.
Yeah.
We don't stumble onto truths with everything we say.
You ain't fucking
But we got to swing the
dude.
bat. And so that's all it is. We're swinging the bat. And if people got hurt by it, I do apologize. I'm not trying to hurt anybody.
I'm gonna quote the great Conor McGregor on this one. I would like to take this opportunity to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody.
I thought you were going to just immediately go, fuck you, who's that fucking guy? Anyway, so yesterday
I went, it was like I was 21 again.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of funny how this happened. I went on a first date.
Cool.
To B-Dubs
How
for
many
lunch.
first dates do you think you've been on? At ballpark?
Over 100.
So you can sit in a first date without...
Oh, yeah, dude, it's cake. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. I know literally 45 seconds into talking to you if we're going to kiss at the end of the date or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I got it pegged. But aside from that...
You got pegged? Sorry.
Yeah, dude, I love getting pegged. I hate my asshole. I want it to hurt. So this chick is I was supposed to go hang out with her. There was a situation, I shouldn't say babysitter. The kids were going to go stay somewhere else. That fell through due to work and other things. So I was like, sorry, Thursday I can't make it. Sorry. And she lives in Rupert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 100 miles from here.
Yep.
And so she was like, well, what about like a lunch date while your kids are at school? We just meet at a restaurant in Pocatello. And I was like, cool. So the day before,
First of all, first green flag right there. Just like a lady that goes, oh, how about just a
when you said flag, I immediately thought red because that's usually all I fuck with. So I was like, what? Why? Because I was like, holy shit, you literally drove clear here just for lunch.
No, that's what I mean. And problem solving.
Bruh.
Yeah.
So,
keep going.
So Wednesday, she says, all right, so what time and where? I said between 11 and 11:30. How do you feel about Buffalo Wild Wings? Cool. And she says, well, I'm not 21 anymore, but I guess it's all right.
I love that.
And I said, LOL. And then she goes, but I'm not picky. I said, good. Buffalo Wild Wings, 11:15. I'll see you there. Fuck, I'll double down. You're not picky? I hope not, girl.
Better not.
Go, yeah, they got mango. You tell me where else they're selling draft mango cart beer. We can go there, too.
Anyway.
I'm not here for the fucking wings, dude. I'm here for the goddamn beer.
Uh-huh.
And so anyways, we meet, give her a hug. She's 5 foot tall. She's wearing 4-inch heels and like, just bitty. Huge cans, bro.
No.
Dude, I'm talking huge. She's cool as fuck. Beautiful blue eyes, blonde hair, nice tan skin, spray tan, but tan.
Yeah.
And funny as fuck.
5
fucking jokes.
foot big tits, spray tan. Mm-hmm. Is this our little Snooki queen, dude? Did you find yourself an Idaho Snooki?
I think I got an Idaho Snooki, bro, for sure.
Okay, so you're a little Snooki girl.
Yeah, so we sat there and I crushed, I think, 3 mango cart draft beers and she drank White Claws.
Cool.
She made jokes. She was fucking funny. The conversation never died. She got wings traditional.
Oh.
And I think that speaks volumes.
It is. Like that green flag number 2.
Because even I get boneless at B-dubs.
And feel bad about it.
And she went traditional for sure. I felt bad getting boneless after she went traditional.
Right, which is how we should feel.
Yes.
We should be ashamed that we're eating chicken nuggets and they're eating like real food. So yeah.
Oh, I fucking love that.
So that's realistic. But yeah, so it was magic. Communication was sick.
Yeah, and pause quick.
Okay. Communication was sick.
Yeah, it was, dude. It was just a chill-ass vibe. Got out into the parking lot, swapped some spit. That's a lie. It was just a fucking simple kiss. Yeah, dude, I put him in the hot seat, too.
Got out to the parking lot, fucking bent her over, back up. What?
No, we had a nice hug, a casual closing conversation, team agreement that we would like to do this again.
Yeah.
Followed by an intense hug with a good kiss, and her getting all blushy and smiley. And I had to get on my motorcycle, so I had to fucking put YouTube on. I'm the best. I'm doing everything. So I'm getting my music set up, and I look over at her, and she's all red and giddy and smiling.
Dude, that's what I live for, is that feeling right there.
She drove clear to Pocatello, and then I had to go take a piss, and I pulled out my debit card. I said, if she comes back before I'm back, pay for it with this. And she goes, no, I can pay for it. You just drove 75 miles
to meet a guy
and wanted to pick up an $85 B-dubs tab.
Just for a date, just to go on a date? Ladies don't do that.
Dude, it's what's up, bro.
That's so cool. Oh, that's a big win. Kat, I love that. Are we going to continue to pursue that then a little bit?
Yeah, see what happens.
I would love
Rupert's a long ways away.
It is,
but she's, I mean, we'll see.
I just like the idea of something that is, all I'm saying is, and I've heard you like talk about ladies, and you can talk them up, and you can fucking tear them down depending on how you feel about them in the moment. And
I don't call it tearing them down. I call it doing a Braxton.
Damn.
Give me an old Tyler and do a Braxton. Give me a bitch right now.
I got some bitches in the tank I need to let out of my mouth. Now, what am I saying? Oh, my point is, even outside of your sort of personal perspective on the whole thing, it really looks like, oh, wow, here's a lady that has some very good indicators that it's something worth pursuing. And the only reason I get so fucking fired up about that is it just seems like there's been a lot of ladies in your life lately that didn't have a lot of indicators, and that's no offense.
Dude, it sucks, dude. It's because I tried my best. Like, I don't want to waste my fucking time. I'm not out here just going, oh, you're a girl that wants to give me your attention, move in. You know what I mean? I'm fucking trying. Yeah. But it's like these girls are fucking hiding shit from me, dude. Like, I'm not hiding who the fuck I am. Jump on Spotify. You can learn everything you need to know about me in 3 episodes. You know what I'm saying? But these girls are out here playing tricks, dude.
We do just want it to be straightforward. Fucking but I do think a lot of the problems come when we, like, don't know what tricks we're playing on ourselves and that sort of thing. But anyway, enough of the lady talk. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Because I got a few fun stories that we'll just chip through.
Nice.
Yesterday, me and my sweet angel were headed to Fuji to get some takeout. We ate good.
I seen that fucking snap. How was it?
Oh, it was so good. Steak and some sushi rolls, and then we watched TV together, and it was precious.
Dude, I might go get sushi rolls after you leave here. That sounds so good.
Yeah. And she knows what to order, because she's fucking smart. But so anyway, we're on our way there. We called it in on the way there so that I could make another stop and then go get the food. It'd be perfect. Yes. And we pull up to a light on 17th, very busy street, and 2 cars in front of us is a car that's not moving when the light turns green. So after about 10 seconds, I honk. Nothing. After another minute, cars are going around him now, and then people are honking and shouting as they drive by, and I'm like, I don't think he's doing it on purpose at this point, guys. Yeah. I think he'd love to be out of the way. So I go, and by the way, this is I got 4 hours of sleep 2 nights in a row. Cause
I have one question. Are you lit while this is happening? Are you fucking stony blue?
Oh, yeah, I got stoned before I went. And also...
Nice.
And also, I've been off the stuff, really hard. I'm 2 bowls
Oh, dude, you're it's like on Super Troopers when the guys are just, stoned and don't know what the fuck's happening with the cops. That guy's broke down. He's pissed off. Everyone's honking. You're behind him what are we going to do?
It was chaos. So, first of all, I'm down to 2 bowls a day for the last few days, which is sick. But yeah, I was a little lit, so I went fuck. And I'm in my sweatpants and cowboy boots. Nice. And so I go, nobody else is going to do shit. So I hop out and I go, probably a battery lead. We've been here before.
Just right to pop your hood.
But anyway, and his vibe is I don't think he's from California, but he's got maybe he's from fucking Ketchum, know? And he's driving a diesel Audi and, fancy and slick back gray hair, about 50. And he doesn't know shit about cars for real. So it took very little time because I was I was so anxious and tense just in general because I'm coming out of this horrible depression, so everything's fucking wound tight, and now I have to help him in fucking on the busiest street in Idaho Falls.
Yeah, 17th isn't where you want to hang out with a broken car.
So I go, hey, what if we push you around the corner just so you're, off the road at the light here, and then we'll see about fixing you. So he goes, all right, good idea. So I start pushing. I go, oh, thank God the car moves easy. And then he hops out and starts pushing with me. And then he starts veering into the lane next to us, which is traffic that's going straight. And I said, hey, you want to hop in there and steer while you can before you open your door and it gets ripped off or something? And I was short with him because it's nice. I'm helping you. So he did. And
hold up, pause on that. He needed that, first of all.
He needed a lot of direction, and I gave it to him. And
you roll your window down, you push from the door, and you keep steering. You can't just not steer the car.
Don't come push me out of the way on the back and then just expect it to go where we want.
Fucking idiot.
And then I felt...
Did you get his number? I'll cuss him out.
The coolest thing I did was I looked back as I was pushing the car and I pointed at Katie in the passenger seat and then pointed at the driver's seat of my pickup, fucking let's go. So she hopped out and we're just in traffic. She hopped in my driver's seat and followed us around. I was like, we're the fucking Kingz.
Nice.
So I get him parked and I say, I'm going to go grab a strap at Walmart, and if you're still here when I get back, we'll give you a tow just to a parking lot. Because I didn't realize, and this made me feel like a fucking failure, is we pushed him around the corner and then now he was just right in the lane of the second busiest street in Idaho Falls. So then that light would turn green and cars were just driving around him, but 3 wide.
Bottleneck.
It was 3 wide on 2 lanes, and eventually 2 cars did swap paint driving around him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then the people that were in the opposite...
Well, and which is to happen. Idaho Falls, all you motherfuckers that live there, stop driving like assholes. Yeah. I hate going to that fucking place.
No, it's outrageous.
There is zero patience. Everyone's driving like they got somewhere to be. It ain't New York. You're not trading stock. What the fuck are you...
You're
slow
in
down.
Southeast Idaho. Chick-fil-A will still have the fucking sauce when you get
Target will still be there, you dumb bitch. Get off your phone.
So I go to Walmart, and I look in my pickup, and I have a strap, so I go back to him. And then I hook it up, and then he has no power, so he can't get it into neutral. And then I was like, sorry. And he says, hey, you made a heroic effort. Thanks so much. Everybody here's assholes. Nobody helped. Thank you for helping. And I said, yeah, I did my best. And I said, looks like you kind of got the means and the wealth to probably make it out of this one unscathed if I don't help you, huh? And he didn't really say anything, but you do.
He knew
You're a rich white dude. You'd be all right with a tow truck. So we did that, and Arky.
Ooh, I've heard this name. Who is that?
Best friend's widow.
Okay.
She sent me a Snapchat.
The one that you started dating there for a minute?
Dude, if you fucking...
I just want to know, Ty, everyone listening that knows who we're talking about, I just want to know what your immediate reaction was when you heard that.
That's not true at all.
It's not. It was a total lie.
That fucking fried me, bro. If you had a picture of my face when you said that, holy fuck. So, but Arky texted me. while I was there and said, "Just saw you being a savior." And I felt so cool. I was like, damn, dude, the people that know me are seeing me being a fucking kick-ass dude. Katie Bug's out here with me. I was on top of the world.
Fuck yeah.
And then I went to the vape store and was in there for like 12 minutes talking to the guy because I couldn't make a decision. I was so frazzled. And I said, what do you recommend? And he goes, honestly, dude, I don't have any recommendations. I just vape mint now. Honesty is my policy around here. And I was like, thanks for being honest, I guess.
Dude,
so I couldn't make a decision on a vape. But anyway, that was my yesterday, and it was hectic and fun, and I was glad it happened.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Thanks.
That was your Idaho Balls adventure. Is that all you got?
I don't give you a lot of room to like go places.
No, that's awesome. I interrupt. I buzz when it's time.
I got more stuff, yeah.
How funny would it be if you did get that guy's information, and then just like 3 days later, he gets a call from the person that helped him's friend going, you really got out of the car and weren't steering it, you fucking moron? You're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is the matter with you?
Hey, get it together.
Did your dad leave? Did your mom raise you? What the fuck's that about? That's not how we handle shit in traffic.
The other funny thing that happened, at the end, he goes, oh, and what's your name? And I didn't even get his name because I was fucking... And so I said, Braxton. I shook his hand. He goes, thanks so much, Braxton. You're a hero. And then my back window was open. And he said, and up there, and he goes, and thanks so much, Braxton's wife. And then he fucking flustered. He goes, or whatever.
That's fucking funny,
it made me
dude.
feel good, but so I purchased all-time hit film from creators of South Park, Matt Stone, Trey Parker, Basketball. Have you seen it? It's Katie's favorite movie, so I got it on eBay for $5, thinking we'll just have the DVD; it'll make her happy.
Yeah.
So I got it, and I opened it up, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, we got it!" And I stashed some joints in there for a couple days, whatever. And then, like 2 weeks later, I went to open it up so we could watch it. And what's in the case but the hit Adam Sandler film, Anger Management?
It's not even the movie you ordered?
No! I purchased Basketball, and it came with Anger Management in it. So I was livid, dude. Like $5 I'm never going to get back. So I fucking conducted a message to send to these folks.
Nice.
Can I read it to you?
Yes. I am so excited that you're going to read it to me.
Good afternoon. I recently purchased a used copy of Basketball from you, and when I went to pop it in the DVD player today, what did I find in the DVD case but the hit Adam Sandler film, Anger Management? That wouldn't have been a problem if there was also a copy of Basketball in there. But alas, I have nothing but a Basketball movie case, Anger Management DVD, and my high hopes recently dashed. I was wondering if there was a potential solution, and then they said, yeah, we'll just give you a refund. I was like, cool. So
nice,
that's where we're at.
That's fucking all time, dude. I wish I could conduct a breakup like that. That was perfect. That was the fucking best. You're
good news, bad news. Good news is I was super stoked. Thanks for sending it to me. Bad news, it's not at all what I wanted. And then we're going to have to talk about Russell Brand for 20 minutes, but I want to wait till we have...
I love Russell Brand.
You won't anymore.
Oh, no. One of those things,
That's exactly what you'd expect.
What happened?
Oh, and I have a pornography thing I can talk about, too.
I didn't tell the boys yesterday that I was going to check them out of school, and I just showed up at 1 and checked them out of school, and fishing poles hanging out of the back of the truck, windows down, music blasting. What are we doing, Dad? What are we doing? I said, we're going to go catch some fucking fish, dude. That's what we're doing. So they're amped up, and I'm doing what song do you want to hear? Gunner's like, how about some rap? We haven't been listening to rap for a couple days. Let's get some rap going.
Yes.
Yeah, and he goes hard on like fucking like 90s rap, like the hard shit I listen to.
Yeah, are we
He's
talking like
it.
Biggie?
Yes. All early 90s.
Mobb Deep, whatever.
Yeah, Notorious, all of them. Tupac, I love Tupac, but it's hard because some of the songs, Tupac, it's easy to understand how foul he's being even when he's not being foul.
Oh, it doesn't blend into the music.
Yes. Yeah, you know what I mean? Half the fucking fuck the big shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, here's what you can do cheat code. Edited version.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, everybody needs to start listening to edited rap around the children. Because that's what Uncle Chant did with us.
That'll put them onto it, huh?
Yeah, and it kind of gets you in. And then even like when I was in 6th or 7th grade, or maybe earlier, 5th, 6th grade, I didn't want to listen to swear words. I didn't swear. And so I could listen to rap and not have any sort of shame or guilt, so I could like be introduced to this art form.
This is why you're the king, dude.
Yeah. And I'm telling you can do that with your kids.
Yeah. You just thugged out a little bit. We started talking about right.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah, dog, ain't no thing.
I catch myself doing that. I'm just anyway, but that's sick, dude. And there's no better feeling.
Anyways, and then
out.
we get them in the truck. We stop. I ice down a cooler. 12 Keystone Light, 4 Gatorades, a couple waters. I get them weighed. They have the big pack of gummies, the gummy sandwiches, gummy nachos, gummy chips, all that shit. So he's got this tray of gummy fucking everything in the back seat as we're riding out to McTucker.
It's got a gummy Caesar salad and a gummy
Gunner's
soda.
got his feet kicked up in the passenger seat playing his phone, and we're just blasting rap heading fishing. We go out and I take this road that turns into mud. So we're fucking immediately, the boys are in heaven. We're slinging some mud because, of course, we're leaving it in two-wheel drive till we stop.
Hell yeah, dude.
So we're slinging some mud, and I pull out of there and I stop on this bank, put it in reverse. The ass end sinks in sand. So then we fucking forward, we're rocking around, fucking just a total. It was a whole ass vibe. They were loving it. Then things go south. We get to the first fishing hole. There's fucking bees everywhere, right by your fucking face constantly. So then I'm just an asshole for 20 minutes. God damn it, this fucking fishing pole. I'm fucking trying to tell you, fuck this shit. We're done. We casted twice. Get in the truck. Let's go. And like, I'm even feeling guilty. I'm like, God, that has to be the worst day of fishing for these guys ever. I checked them out of school for that fucking bullshit.
Exactly. That was
so I'm driving out, but I've already quit. I'm like, fuck it, we're going home. I could be sitting on the couch watching Suits right now. I don't need to fucking put up with this shit. And we make our way out, and we pass all the ponds, and he goes, Dad, there's the ponds. And I said, I know where the ponds are, Wade. And he goes, well, I was just wondering where we're going to go fishing now. Fucking turn around. I was like, all right, there's still a worm on my pole, because right at the end, he kept trying to cast. He has a little egg beater, but it's a mini pole.
Yeah.
And he's, I got it. I know how to do it, and kept taking it from me. I go to the truck and turn around. There's a wad of fucking fishing line, everything tangled. It's all fucked. I was like, what? Why wouldn't you just let me cast? What the fuck? He's just, I don't know what happened. Fucking pulling all that shit out. So I was like, all right, there's still a worm on my hook. I'm going to pull back over to this pond. I'm going to sit in the truck. You and Gunner get out. I'm going to cast it once for you. Let it sit there. If you catch a fish, great. If you don't, you don't. But I'm not going to keep putting worms on, all this horse shit. So I sit there, my truck's idling, I got the AC on, and I'm fucking just scrolling through TikToks, Facebook, just staring at my phone.
Being
and I look over, and they have found fish. Yeah, they have found fish, and they're chasing them down the bank. Gunner comes running back up and fucking grabs his fishing pole out, and then it was on, dude. It was all time. We got the speaker out, and we were just blasting music, and they'd just hang their goddamn pole in the water with just a piece of worm on the end of it, and just fucking yank bluegills out of this fucking pond.
Shit.
Yeah. I was like, as soon as it bites, because they kept jumping off, I said their mouths are really small. Like, that hook will just rip out. So as soon as you get it on,
grab them.
Just pull behind you and get that fucker up on the bank. And then that way.
They were getting some?
Oh, dude,
what do we haul? Total.
I think Wade did 4 or 5. Gunner did 3 or 4.
Dude. That's
dude, it was sick. But they were getting bites. There was a whole dozen worms they went through, because I made them. They didn't like me for this, but I was getting pissed because they were being pussies about the worms. They should fucking pinch it, break a little piece off, and that's all you use. Because Wade's taking a whole night crawler, sticking the hook through it in one spot and trying to give it to fish that big. I'm like, it's not. Pinch it, break it. So I made them do that with the worms, and they weren't a fan. But there was like a whole dozen night crawlers that they were breaking into pieces where the fish would just get the fucking worms off the hook. So Wade's like, he'd go down. 2 times, fucking worms gone. Back up.
Just another hole.
And they never thought to bring the worms down to the edge. The worms were at the top of the hill.
So they're just
so Wade would march down to the water, march back up the hill. It was fucking all time, dude.
And do you remember the feeling? And especially like when Dad did it, it was better. But the feeling of you going, what? And somebody comes in, hey, Braxton, come out of class. You're needed, and you're like, what's going on? And then you go out there, and you say, what? And he goes, we're going fishing.
Yeah,
and
I don't think I ever had one of those.
I have a couple. And when it was Dad, at least for me, because we only saw him every other weekend, it was even better because I knew he was there on like a Thursday early to get me, and we're going like camping. We're doing some big weekend thing.
Yeah.
It was sick. So that's like you fucking gave him some
that's wicked,
euphoric recall.
I was thinking about taking him camping. If they don't go with their mom tomorrow, I was thinking about getting a tent, just going somewhere in the woods.
Dude.
Just go chill, go up by the Blackfoot Reservoir or something.
Yeah, I love that a lot. Now, I watched I was scrolling through some pornography a week back when I was real sad.
Nice.
And I was alone.
Looking for a little dopamine boost, huh?
Mm-hmm. And I saw
I've been there. I've had a dopamine boost this morning.
I'm going to be honest. I had 6 dopamine
I know,
boosts.
I got some dopamine in here.
I need to get more dopamine.
Fuck yeah.
So, okay, and this is like, I'm being vulnerable, but it's because I feel good and secure. So I'm scrolling through, and I saw this thing, and I went, oh, no, this is like that thing when you see it, and you go, I think I could like this, and I shouldn't. You know what I mean?
That's a dangerous game.
But here's what happened. And I didn't like the whole thing. I'm going to just walk you through it. I'm scrolling through. And it's just like GIFs and pictures. That's how I look at I don't go to fucking Pornhub and watch videos, you know. And there's the GIF, and the fella is, he's sitting down, and there's a lady sort of straddled behind him, around his back, and she's reaching around him. And then there's also, and this is the part where I was like, oh, fuck, I kind of like, there's a hand nearing his throat.
Uh-oh.
And I went, honestly, like that's I could probably get into something like that. And then I look down, and there's another lady, and she has something on her body that's going into his body.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I went, fuck! And I just scrolled so bad. I was like, this will not make me hard.
Dude, you stumbled on a 3-way peg job?
Oh, God, it was horrible, dude. And I was so
mackerel.
in for the first 20
People
seconds.
talk about how you fry your circuits and you just need more and more and more just being on porn. Dude, there's people out there getting fucking choked and pegged by 2 different women. That's insane. That guy has a problem. I know. Jesus Christ, dude.
That is over the line.
Yeah. Never get super horny and go, I hope her and her friend fuck me with something later. Nothing's going to satisfy this urge like a good asshole.
Hey, Jenny, Sarah, come over later. I'm going to need one of you to choke me.
Bring that strap, will you?
Anyway, so that's something that happened.
Nice. Pause.
Okay.
Single packs of creamer, like from behind his ears. It's a cream of the crop. And then he just drops the fucking creamer. And it's like 5 creamers in one 45-second video. I don't know if he's pulling them out of his fanny pack, but he just at one point, he reaches behind the interviewer's head. It's a cream of the crop. Just drops the creamer.
I never heard about that.
It's hilarious. Look it up sometime.
I will. All right, we're going to do this,
Read a book. Get a thesaurus. Take some ibuprofen.
That's how I say ibuprofen now.
Do you? Ibuprofen?
Every time, just need some ibuprofen?
Yeah.
It's fun. Thank you.
It is fun.
Okay, we're going to dive into this. So, Russell Brand's been accused of rape and sexual assault. Big surprise. Now, here's the thing. First of all, we know going into this that, yes, everybody and their dog's been accused of rape and sexual assault, so we'll wait till we get it sorted. Second of all, we know that Russell Brand was a heroin addict and alcoholic sex addict for like 15 years in Hollywood, so I don't know what you guys expected. You think he was probably just on the up and up with all his sexual relations the whole time? So, and that's another thing that we can circle back to later, which is he's like in recovery, he's good, so you wonder, okay, what do we do about this if 20 years ago? But check this out. I'm going to read you these text messages that the New York Times verified as being Russell Brand's number.
We don't trust any news.
So, yeah, this could be all just bullshit to take him down. I don't know. There's also an interesting thing where, like, 4 years ago is when they started this investigation, and then that's when he, like, started moving more to the right and, like, making these conservative friends. And it seems interesting.
Good time. Because
you're
going to get away with rape, you're going to want to be conservative.
Those are the guys you want to hang out with, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me read these
They know
texts,
how to get out of shit.
and I won't even give you anything. I'll just read it, and you tell me what you think, because this is nuts. So here's what this is apparently like after, maybe same night, next day of this alleged rape.
Okay.
And this is, he texted her and said, I'm sorry, that was crazy and selfish. I hope you can forgive me. I know that you're a lovely person. X, meaning hug, kiss, whatever. XOXO, you know?
Yes.
She said this, dude. Are you ready for a lady that, like, I've
raped?
never loved a woman more than this. You scared the shit out of me. You're right. I am a lovely person, and for you to take advantage of me like this is unacceptable. You have a problem. You need help. It's dangerous that you think you can get your own way all the time. Do you know how scary you are when that glazed look comes over you? When a girl says no, it means no. Do I have to go get myself tested? Last time you asked me, condom or no condom. When I say condom, that doesn't mean it's optional. You don't have the best reputation. I pride myself on being safe and try to make the right decisions. Obviously, that was a bad one. I'm so disappointed. He said, I'm very sorry. You don't need to get tested. I'll make this up to you somehow with love and kindness. Not my original idea, which was more sex. You've been lovely to me, and I'm embarrassed by my behavior. Sorry, X.
That doesn't sound like rape. That sounds like the condom was the issue. It sounds like to me that text is being taken out of context.
Okay.
And what she meant was, you know, she said wear a fucking condom, and then he just fucking
went in.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's, I mean, it is rape because she says no
to the condom. Yeah, but I'm separating. Yes,
if I say only with a condom and you don't use one,
yeah, that's not
that might
cool.
be rape.
But that's different than breaking into a house, hitting her in the head with a bat, and fucking pulling her clothes off. And
100% it is. But here's the thing, though, and this is the extra part, and this is why I think that this is important to the conversation.
Okay.
Why I'm glad it's happening is because this is a gal who's sounds like has a sexual history with him. And then, but there's still like you can. When a girl says no, it means no, and like
I'm trying to be objective. I guess I'm looking at this. I do that
too, though. I immediately go,
well, because it's like, well, do I need to get tested? Because last time, it's like,
doesn't sound.
If you know his reputation, what does it speak to yours? If you know he is a heroin using drunk that fucks everything he can, it speaks to your character that you're still letting him beat it up.
No, exactly, except for the part where she said, I'm not going to let this happen anymore, and it still happened. And then when that happened, what did she do? But in my opinion, be like the clearest boundaries, say, this is everything you did wrong. I'm disappointed because like I pride myself on not being a part of this situation, and I was. Yeah. How else do you handle that more maturely?
You can't.
And to me, that's
the best you can ask for.
So all that makes me go, I kind of believe whatever this lady says, because based on that, it seems like she's got a grasp of.
And I'll tell you right now, publicly, this is where I stand on this. It's not going to take much to convince me to believe someone over Russell Brand. He's kind of a fucking.
That's what I said when the allegations first hit, and Katie told me about
fucking anything, man, or whatever.
And I said
every show he gets on, he's just fucking. I'm sober. Look at me. I fucking figured my life out. I have the trick. I got the trick to being better.
Well, and I've loved him so. Like, I've watched a lot of his shit and been.
God, I know grateful. I'm being a little spiteful because I've watched a ton of his shit.
I've been so grateful because he hits some conservative shit and he's so eloquent or uses big words and he's fun to listen to. But when I was first told, like, there's some Russell Brand allegations, I went, oh darn, they're definitely gonna get him because I've seen he talks about it. Like, there's no way. And somebody else said, if like he's had sex with 1,000+ women, like law of numbers. Not every one of them was going to be just like consensual and fair, and everybody walked away happy. Yeah, no like shit. I'll bet you slipped up a couple times in your heroin.
I think the only thing that would sway me not believing that girl, or would sway me to not believe that girl, is I would like to know what her history with drugs and alcohol were at the time that they were doing this.
That too.
Because oftentimes you don't hang out in the snake pit if you're not participating.
No, 100%, but I still... That's the old idea.
If that's 100% true, I'm with you. That's not cool.
Well, and I don't know where we fall on, because she was in the Viper's Den. She was in that. But it's like, I don't know that that's an excuse for a lady to get raped.
No, but credibility. But you got to consider the fact that he's big and famous, and this is 20 years later, and it's not unheard of for people to make shit up to try and ruin someone's career way down the line.
Exactly.
Why are we bringing this up now? Why didn't you? You know what I mean?
Right. Now, there's good reasons for that, too, which have been discussed a lot lately, because I'm learning, I guess. But, because obviously, like, and you've never been raped, I don't think, but if you had, like, I don't know if
I wasn't raped, but I was hanging out with these two chicks that two dudes didn't know I was there, and I was dating one of them, and they came over to see these girls, and there was about maybe an inch left in the bottom of a half gallon of Black Velvet, and these two dudes kept giving it to us. So, we've been drinking all night. You guys just fucking get tuned up on this shit. It was date rape. Oh. Yeah, like 15, 20 minutes. I was fucking blacked out. I was out. I puked all over myself. It was crazy. Yeah, and the one chick, they fucking...
Whoa.
Yeah, she woke up to fucking that piece of shit on top of her.
God damn. I don't know if I can put that on a podcast.
I can say their fucking names if you want.
No.
They know it's fucking true.
That's fucked up.
I've never seen him since, but the day I'm in a room with that fucking cocksucker.
I like that.
He's such a fucking piece of shit. You fucking coward. You can't get pussy from these two trash you're raping.
Yeah.
We live in Blackfoot. Dude, they're giving it up. It's on every street corner, dude. They're giving it up. You just got to look for it. Nope, I want those two. I'm going to rape them.
Now, let me say this.
Oh, dude, someone could clip that and make it sound bad.
Here's my point, though. It's like that exact situation. Number one, we, as a society, and I'm glad we do this, it's because we have a society based on the presumption of innocence. Whenever this happens, the first step is, we don't believe you. So imagine whatever the emotional, traumatic turmoil and victim and fucking oppression, whatever you're feeling when you fucking just got raped, and then you say, I got raped, and everybody goes, did you really? Come on. What was it just a condom? Is it just because of a condom and you're freaking out? And you're like, no, I fucking got raped. So that's like a barrier to fucking come out about it.
Also,
the other barrier is that it takes time to navigate emotions.
Weren't we still Motorola Razr 20 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Where did she keep these text messages?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, and they're in iPhone.
And I want to be clear about this. I don't stand for any behavior like that. I think dudes that treat women, and because I'm a bit of a free lover myself, but you don't obtain it. Yeah, you don't obtain it, first of all, against anyone's fucking will.
Yeah.
And you don't do shady, fucked up shit like not use a Jimmy if she told you to.
Yeah.
It's easy enough to go, yeah, no, I'm not going to use one of those, so maybe we just shouldn't do
and that's the other thing that always just seems to confuse me that I guess never gets brought up. But it's like, you got a guy like Russell Brand. How hard is it to find a willing participant? It can't be hard.
You ain't kidding.
You know what I mean? So why are we fucking hanging out?
It's insane.
So anyway, but it's just been interesting because it's given me...
And I put the rape with the pedophilia as far as I'm concerned, and I know it's people say, oh, people make mistakes. I don't think it's one that should be forgiven, and I think people like that should... If it's dead to rights, you did this and it's proven, fucking shoot them.
We'll just call it...
Yeah, or make a big rock quarry or fucking something to put... You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Do fucking something with them.
Yeah, I'm fully with that.
They don't need to come back out. Fuck reforming them.
I don't know. They can be, but I don't know. All I'm saying is it's been an interesting, like, enlightening perspective. I'm telling you, dude, that girl's text message, it's like the first time ever that I've followed any of this fucking drama about rapes on fucking Hollywood.
It was a nice message.
And I went, oh, she has boundaries. She knows exactly what to do. And she is like saying, this is exactly what you did wrong. This ain't right.
The other thing, that glazed over look in your eyes.
That's scary as fuck to think about. Yeah.
When someone is just completely out of their own head on fucking drugs and alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's all.
And we're not talking about like he smoked too many joints with breakfast. We're talking about black tar fucking heroin.
Dude,
who knows how long he's been up and fucked up, dude. Yeah. He's a different person.
So it's just all been interesting. Who knows what will happen to him, whatever. And I don't know. I don't have a dog in the fight. But I do look at it and go, that's interesting because it gives me some, I don't know, just some perspective on fucking what it's like for the ladies. It ain't easy out there, you know. You just want to hang out with Russell Brand.
I will say it's the easiest time in the world to be bringing it about. That part's definitely changed.
Absolutely, dude.
Two guys, if me and you were in the 80s recording this podcast and a girl said rape, we'd have been like, knock it out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, go lay down.
Yeah, it's not even possible.
Who let her out of the kitchen?
Did I tell you about that, dude, back in the old days, like Middle Ages? If a woman... what was it? They had a weird thing about women coming. And I think, like, if they did during sex, it meant they weren't raped. And so that was what they did in trials was the guy who raped the girl would be like, she came. And they'd be like, all right, you're all fine except for you. You're a liar, whore, and we'll kill you now.
Holy buckets, dude.
Yeah!
Half the guys in this day and age would never be able to pull it off.
I know.
I mean, so many girls that are like, oh, shit, that's what it... Yeah. That's what that's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. And I don't know.
Your Honor, she came. Kill her now. I don't need to hear anymore.
It's outrageous. Now, the point I think I'm making with that is, it is funny how there's like an opportunity for the most empowerment and individualism for women, and like they can do anything now, you know, and that's cool. But it makes me think, like, God damn, I wonder if we had all the freedoms and opportunities, responsibility for women that we have now, but we had the women from like 50 to 100 years ago. I feel like those women can fucking manage this responsibility. But just because all of society is so soft now, because it's a big responsibility to have your entire fucking gender like be, you know, taken care of, on the come up, not being oppressed, whatever. And
yeah.
I don't know, there's some, you've heard the people on the internet, like on Twitter and stuff.
I haven't been on Twitter.
I know, I'm just talking about young, woke, liberal girls that tweet all the time.
Ugh.
And it's like, oh, you're not doing a service, I don't think, to the lady movement.
You're not helping.
Yeah. Anyway. But
you're the reason we can't get on board with this, you dumb bitch.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess I've ran out of material on the Russell Brand thing. I thought for sure it'd just coast me into another hour of chatting.
Well, I'll officially say fucking kill him.
Mm-mm.
Kill him with fire.
We'll wait to find out.
Ooh, kill him with one of those fucking flamethrowers that Elon Musk gave Joe Rogan.
That'd get his ass.
Or just do it on the tip of his pee-pee.
And then I'll read this real quick. Are you ready?
Yep. Ready.
The fact is, here's some things I found on the internet about Russell Brand that I thought were cool things to share. This fella says, if it were only him being a bit creepy and having consensual relationships, that would be fine. That would be fine. It's when very serious allegations are made against a person and said allegations are not enough to completely call him guilty. What changes this is the countless statements from people in the industry about his predatory behavior, the statements, records, and documented assaults on people who were seeing him in consensual relationships. What you're not understanding is even if someone is in a relationship consensually, if their partner forces them to have sex, that was not consensual, and it is sexual assault. Also, his text to a 16-year-old girl saying, "Oh, very sorry," after he assaulted her, kind of fucking gay. I followed Russell, and I watched his podcast. I thought he was a changed man, but I didn't know the sheer extent of just how creepy and predatory he was. I read that and thought, cool. I'm glad that there's people out there on the same page that are like, oh, dude rules. I thought he'd fucking fix it.
So are we kicking him to the curb?
Well, I'm going to listen to him as long as he's around. Like, I'm just not going to change my behavior about him.
So it's kind of like the Michael Jackson thing.
It's just everything. Well, and then
I was listening to The Way You Make Me Feel the other day in my truck, and I was like, I don't even feel guilty. This shit slaps, dude.
He can't take that away from him, dude. I have Bill Cosby's comedy record on vinyl.
Nice. I almost bought a record player the other day, and I wish I would have.
I stole Mark Norman's joke about Bill Cosby when I bought that record at the thrift store. And I walked up, this is 6 months after all the Bill Cosby stuff, so it's fresh in everybody's minds. Uh-huh. And I threw the record on the table, and I said, oh, Bill Cosby record, I have to get that with everything that's going on. It'd be good to have in the collection. She said, oh, yeah. And I said, I'm a big fan of him, honestly. I don't want to, get political or anything, but... And she's like, okay. I said, more of his older stuff, mostly. His older stuff was better. And then she went, what? And I said, I'm just kidding. Never mind. We'll forget it ever happened.
That's good shit, dude.
Saying you're a fan of Bill Cosby's older stuff makes it sound like you like his raping.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Bill Cosby in general. I'll tell you what. Listening to Eddie Murphy on his stand-up special Raw do his interaction with Bill Cosby and then calling Richard Pryor. Next time, motherfucker, tell him I said suck my dick.
Have a Coke and a smile, motherfucker.
Have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up.
That's right.
Dude, it's fucking all-time. Raw is one of the best specials I've ever seen in my life.
Eddie, Raw and the other one. He had 2 or 3 there in the 90s that, every one of them does not miss. Delirious.
Ooh, thrift shop. That's where I got Raw.
Really?
At a thrift shop, yeah.
That's
I was like, what the fuck is this? The kids just wanted... They were in the DVD section. I was looking. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I would snag that up.
And I lived in a house with no internet and barely enough money to pay for the house. So it was like we had 8 DVDs. That's what we watched.
God damn. Have you seen Delirious?
I don't think so.
That's his other special around the same time. Every bit as good. He was on fire.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know. But here's what I do know.
The Cowboy Way.
What? Huh?
Have you seen that movie, The Cowboy Way? Oh, dude, you gotta watch it.
Cowboy Way?
It is the fucking best. Yeah, it's an old movie with Woody Harrelson and goddamn... can't remember the blonde guy's name now, but he's on Young Guns and a bunch of other movies like that.
Not Wahlberg.
No, he's a blonde guy. But it's a hilarious movie. You got to see it. They go to the city to save their friend, but they're cowboys, like fucking cowboys. They say the funniest shit. Like Woody Harrelson sitting in the truck and he goes, "Man, it's crazy, isn't it? 1 minute, never been east of Tulsa. Bam! Next minute, east of Tulsa." When the waiter says, "How do you want that steak?" And I want you to knock its horns off, wipe its greasy old ass, and chuck it down on that plate. And they're like a fancy ass restaurant. Dude, it's fucking all
That
time.
is great. That's fucking amazing.
It's good shit.
Now, I don't want to run out of steam, dude, so
what?
you find me another fucking thing to spaz about.
Ooh, and you'll buzz on. Ooh, what is exciting? Fall's coming. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go hunting. That sucks. I'll tell you one thing that I know you can get behind, and I'm going to have to kind of blanket how I say this. Okay. So that the person I'm talking about doesn't know. Well, can't prove it's them I'm talking about. Last night, I got to see someone who has, I won't say intentionally, even though it was, made my life a pain in the ass at times, not all the times. And sometimes I get that it wasn't a personal attack. There's just things that we don't get along about. But I got to see that person squirm in the clutches of losing control. And I'll tell you, it was a relief.
So can
light at the end of the tunnel is how it looked for me. It's like, oh shit, you're going to come around this time. Like, we're going to figure it out.
Can I relate to that in a way that talks about my past?
Yeah.
Is it the same feeling I get when like when I got divorced, which was the first breakup of the like 80, and then I was like, oh shit, she cheated on me, we're divorced, I'm broken beyond repair, and she gets to be like happy now and she can just skate out of this. And then once it eventually came home to roost, and it's like, oh, she's so unwell because she's dealing with all the consequences of her own actions, and that's a breath of fresh air, because you go, oh, thank God there is justice. Like, you don't get to just be an asshole and escape.
Well, and I'll say this, and you can decide later. Kind of yes, it is, but just a different lens from where I'm sitting, because I was the piece of shit. And you can decide if we should leave this in or not. But I was the piece of shit.
That's right.
I was the cheating fucking scuzzbag. Though we didn't get along and things were shitty, and it was shitty at the end on both of our parts. I left with so much guilt when that thing fell apart that. And she didn't realize at the time when she would say this hurtful shit about me and it'd make me feel like a bad dad. She didn't realize that I already fucking hated myself.
Right.
So her saying that like just made it 10 times fucking worse. So for the last...
Well, she probably did realize somewhere that's because you're close in a relationship, so they know what to say to poke
Oh, dude, yeah. And we'd been through all the fights. We know exactly what to say. You know, fucking call her dad. It's over. The wheels are falling off immediately. But... And we get along pretty good for the most part, and there's just shit we're getting ironed out and set in stone. But from that point forward, I felt like the biggest piece of shit in the world, and I didn't feel like I was worthy or deserving of what I wanted.
Just because that girl doesn't love you doesn't mean you're not lovable.
Yeah, shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever other gay stuff you want to relate it to.
Just breaks you down.
It does, too. But so it was a nice light at like, oh, holy shit, you're going to come around this time.
Yeah. Well, just have an opportunity at things going in the right direction. That's
the point I wanted to get across. I got the opportunity to be heard for the first time in a manner that we don't share. When that person doesn't want to hear me, they'll just hang up and not talk to me. They will not let me say what I have to say. And for the first time, it was like, hey, I can get off the phone, or you can hear what I'm saying, and you can slow the fuck down. You're overwhelming me, and I'm not going to communicate like this.
God, that's so nasty.
All right, well, I'm trying. I know. No, just stop.
Yeah, we got to change directions.
Yeah.
I can't stay here.
Say when you're done talking, because I'm not going to listen to you rant for 15 minutes about 10 things. Say one thing you want to talk about. Tell me when you're done, and I'll tell you how I feel about it.
You know what we got?
Basic communication.
You know what I got? I guess we made it 45 minutes doing good.
We've only gone 45 minutes?
47. And the 3 days of being sad and talking through the relationship stuff and going to therapy, and it was a real fucking like... You know when Jesus went away to pray for 40 days and 40 nights and then came back? It felt like that. But there was a point where like eventually I had just used up all the emotion and just sensitivity and constantly. And I think that my sweet angel finally the switch flipped where it's just like, yeah, fucking whatever. Feel it, dude. I can't just sit here and just do this all the time. And then that was nice too because I went, okay, here's a breaking point. Here's where she goes, okay, we're gonna snap back to reality. Nice. That's nice to know. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
So that was cool. And so, but I had to like see that part of her, I think, to understand.
For sure.
A little bit. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Like how far I'm sitting here relating to what you just said about a breaking point a ton. One of the questions that I was asked yesterday at B-Dubs on this first date questionnaire, she's like, what's something I need to know about you? And I said, or she's like, what do you need from a woman? Not what are you looking for? What do you need out of a woman? I said, someone's got to be able to go, wait, hold on.
We're spinning our time.
Yeah, I was like, I will wake up and open my eyes in a good mood and go, we're going to the fucking mountains for 2 days and just start throwing shit in the truck. Forget barbecue we were supposed to go to, anything important. I'll be in the garage packing the truck, get dressed. We're going camping. And someone needs to go, hey, whoa, hold on.
Like
let's
keep you grounded.
Calm down. I said, there's going to be a lot of shit I do that you're going to go, are you sure we should do this? And you're going to have a ton of fun while I do. But someone's got to ask if we should be doing this.
And there's going to be, and here's the hard part I'm learning about relationships, there's going to be the inevitable, like, once I get pushback, especially from a lady that's new in my life, my first step is, no, you're wrong. Your pushback's not right. I already thought about this. I'm the best. I figured this out. I was doing fine before you. And so that all comes out and you go, no. And then they're like, I was just trying to tell you what I thought you should do because it looked like you were unhinged. So it's like this, and I need a woman strong enough to like push back when it's appropriate.
For sure.
And trust my judgment when it's appropriate. Mm-hmm. And that's like discernment. That's a hard thing to find.
It is too.
You know, I'm not saying I think I've found a good portion of it, but
I think you have.
It is difficult to stumble.
I think you're batting 1,000. Are you fucking kidding me? You're about to hook onto your fucking single wide on wheels and go spend the winter in Corpus Christi. Dude, that would have been an unattainable dream for you when you were sitting in your office last January hating your life. You wouldn't be able to fucking imagine being madly in love with someone that loves you and just packing up and going to Corpus Christi, so dude. True. You're fucking batting
It's going to be magic. And I'm telling you, when I went to my therapist and I said, I don't know, dude, we can't figure out how to get through all this struggles that we're doing. Here's what's happened. And the first thing she said, and this is why therapy rules, and this is the shit you can do to your friends, guys. Mm-hmm. When they come to you with a problem, you don't have to tell them what they're doing is wrong. Side note, because that's what we do when we give advice to our friends, is because we're thinking, okay, how do we solve this problem for you? So here's what you need to do different so the problem will go away. But like with therapy, I told her everything that was going on. And she just goes, oh, wow, you guys, first of all, I'm proud of both of you. You communicate so well. You're being vulnerable and you're like sharing these feelings and things you need out of a relationship. And she's hearing you and then like sharing how it's difficult for her and what she needs. You're on the right track. That's what you have to do to sort out your relationship is fucking be vulnerable and share. Mm-hmm. If you guys just had all this conflict and you just shoved it all down, you never talked and it came out in all these other ways like it often does in relationships, then you'd go, yeah, maybe you got some compatibility things, but let's just chill and know that you're doing good by being vulnerable and communicating.
Fuck yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, that is a win.
Yeah, but it sucks, and that's what I'm looking for in a relationship. Yes. Because that's all I need is just somebody with a little bit like that I admire and respect to say, you're on the right track, you're doing it right. Here's some things you could do that would be more helpful too. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like unstoppable.
But you also, when it comes to you, your depression is a lot more than just like basic. Like even at my worst times, like the sadness doesn't fucking hit me the way it does you. It hits every fiber of your fucking
I'm highly sensitive, my therapist says.
Yeah. No doubt about it. So I think that's what makes it a little harder for your partner, your person you're with, to navigate those waters, is because they don't see how fucking hard it's rocking you internally.
Yeah. And I have been like, I'm so proud of myself because I think I'm finding a good balance of what's sort of mine and what I can carry and not have it affect the relationship negatively, and then what I can't carry and being more comfortable communicating it with her, and then her also being more receptive to it as time moves on. And it's very nice. Now, I had something cool in the middle of that and I lost it.
Oh, it'll come back to you. It always does.
I know. But
we were just talking about your spouse navigating the waters of your depression and not realizing how much it is. Because see, it doesn't take long.
That's the other thing.
I probably could have just been silent for 15 seconds. You would have been like, oh, yes, I said this that night you and me and Tyler were at the shop. How you and Tyler just immediately, if I lose that thought when I'm in the middle of just being, what? Yeah. And you guys just, oh, wait, hold on. Oh, there it is. Always get it right back.
I do that out of... Like one of the biggest things I try and do is in relationships and communicating is like be a good listener and like really let you and help you get whatever's inside you out. And so oftentimes that it's like I try and fucking keep an eye on what'll remind you to what your point was so that we can get that out of you. But the thing is, I'm also in a relationship with a Pisces. I'm a Pisces. She's a Pisces. And I think the Pisces thing is what makes you highly sensitive, honestly.
I might have done some dabbling in hippie behavior this morning. Oh, I didn't tell you that about that chick. She's 32, single mama too, the one I went and seen yesterday. She's a hippie. She's a total hippie. She's like, it's a full moon tonight. And I was like...
Did you ask her if she was going to charge her crystals?
I said, dude, it gets better. I said, okay, what does that mean? And she said, just hippie stuff. And I said, you got my attention. Expand. And she said, well, I just don't want to sound weird, but I set out my jars of water for the moon to charge so that I have my moon water.
Yes.
And I'll be manifesting and all this other shit. And I was like, I love it.
You said, I will.
I was like, I might set a cup of water on the hood of the old Toyota tonight. Drink it in the morning on this old cotton
cruise.
Yeah,
that's so fun. I love that.
Ooh, you know what I thought about doing? Going to a spring and bottling a bunch of spring water. Like take those blue jugs. And just hike into a badass Idaho spring, bottling all that spring water.
I don't want to do that thing that I was just saying we hate our friends when they do that. But drop that idea. Forget about it. Don't do it.
No spring water?
Nope.
Not at all?
No, the Giardia travels upstream. There is no safe water just because you're in the hills. You can't go to a...
Dude, I stop at Cowboy Spring and fucking drink.
Yeah, and it might be fine. Like, most of the times it's fine. And the reason that we have this strict idea about it is because my dad was hunting with Uncle and they were, found some water, like, out of a spring coming right out of the mountain. And my dad's using his, filter. And Uncle Doug says, shit, that's the best water in the world. It's right out of the mountains. There ain't nothing. He drank it up and he got giardia and it fucked him up for a month. And then it still will, like, come back. It doesn't go away. Sometimes, like, if you can set it off and then just get horribly ill again. It ain't worth it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So,
holy fuck, dude. You just, like, ruined a part of my life.
So, dude. You're not going to want to do it. You could do that and then, like, boil the shit.
It's been tradition, dude. Now I can't stop and drink spring water anymore.
Well, you're probably fine if you've done it all these years. But
yeah. I've drank straight out of the river.
It's risky behavior for sure.
Yeah, it is. But when you're thirsty.
Here's what happened.
We went to the mountains and did an all-night party. We partied. I'm pretty fucking sure this is the night was conceived in the back of my 66 Chevy. I am almost certain. But we don't take anything to drink other than beer. So we party all goddamn night. We wake up at 7:30 in the morning. There's nothing but beer, no water, on a sandpaper tongue. But so hungover that you cannot, like, I could not drink a beer without throwing up.
Yep, been there.
So I tried. I drank like a quarter of the beer. We got to Morgan's Bridge, and I was like, I got to drink something. Die.
Yeah, there's no more moisture in me.
Yep.
I'm all dry.
So we did some river water, and everyone was like, oh, my God, you're going to be so fucking sick. And then I was just drinking beer with everyone that night going, not sick.
Idiots. Yeah.
Losers.
Well, you can just have a strong immune system, too.
Yeah, I had a two-tone black and blue 66 Chevy two-wheel drive. 4-speed. My dad picked me up right here on this one way, probably straight from this road right here when I got pulled over for racing around drunk one night. And the city cop, I just turned 18. The city cop goes, I'm just smoking a cigarette as he walks up, making sure to try and
smell
cover
like cigarettes.
Smell. Yeah. So we talk for a second. And he goes, Mr. Yancey, you been drinking tonight? I said, no, sir. He said, all right, give me a second. So he walks over to the other cop, and I hear them a little bit of chatter. He comes back up, and he goes, all right, Mr. Yancey, we can do one of two things. We can call your dad, and he can come get you, or you can go to jail. And I said, I'm 18. You can take me to jail. And he said, well, I already called your dad.
I didn't think you'd be such an idiot, kid.
Yeah. I already called your dad. He showed up to drive that truck home. And he shifted it into third gear so hard that the shifter popped off the transmission. And we're talking a steel dash, 66. Put a big old V dent in the fucking dash where the shifter popped off the transmission, slammed the dash. And he's like, this fucking piece of shit. And he's like getting pissed. And I literally lean over and with one finger pull the shifter back down to neutral. It pops in and then I push it in third. Just didn't say a word and stared at him. He lets the clutch out. Fuck,
I love that. We talk a lot on this podcast about fucking chicks. Fucking being cool.
That's my favorite.
We talk about making love. Yeah. Bruh, this is 1966 Chevy you describe?
Yes.
That sounds like making love to me,
dude,
brother.
Dude, it was.
That you weren't fucking nobody.
Some memories,
You were making love. Dude. And that's all we're trying to do.
Had the inside of the bed was wood on the bottom.
Money. Fuck, I ever tell you? I think I did, but I had that 84 Ford in the back seat removed. And then I was young, and Brad Stanger made a joke. I was 16, and he made a joke about, oh, yeah, you get some toenails stuck in that carpet up there on the ceiling. And I was like, what? And then, I think that 2 months later, I'd parked on the side of the road so my girlfriend could give me a handy in the back because I was, in high school. Nice. And then I looked up at the carpet, and I went, I get it now.
Makes sense. Yeah. You got jerked down on an F-150. I think Morgan Wallen writes songs about shit like that.
Dude, I've told this story on the podcast, but we parked on the corner, and it was back before Idaho Falls was real populated, so no traffic. And I had to hide all this shit, obviously, and I was wash in shame. That's why I'm sharing all this now, is because you don't have to be ashamed of being 16 wanting to get your jerk dicked off. Your dick
jerk dicked off?
I'll
get that jerk dicked off.
I've told this story, but we pulled over, we climbed into the back of the pickup. Sun beating down, it gets real hot in there. I get a sweaty jerk, and then I was like, all right, let's hit the road. She's like, what about? And I said, no, we got somewhere to be.
I'm not going to play with you, Jesus Christ.
So I'm glad I learned that, and I've been thinking lately about how sex used to be when we were young, just me enjoying it and then being done. It's not like that anymore, and I think that's better for everybody.
It is, too.
There's another person in this sexual relationship, so we try and help that person out, too.
Yeah, that's no shit.
Anyway, I think that's all I got. We got 59 minutes. We're only going to have to cut out a couple.
I don't think we got to cut out anything, but whatever.
And now we're just going to have to decide.
Just be sure at the tail end you cut out where you can leave the whole conversation and just hit.
I know it's tough when I go through and I go, how do I? And then do I take away? Does it end up taking away the entire story so people just hear somebody saying words with bleeps in it and have no idea what we're talking about?
I love it the most when I listen to it and hear that shit.
I was wondering about that.
I'm excited the other pod's out and I haven't listened to it yet.
It's not that good.
I think I'm going to drink Old Mason's the rest of the afternoon and listen to it and cook on the smoker, get some hamburger out, make burgers for the boys.
I love that. This one's good. I'm very proud of this. And
then, it's going to be a heater.
We'll get you on getting a podcast review.
Yeah.
I'll find what it was because I was going to send it to you because it has the instructions about it or whatever. And it's very
Dude, what
fun.
if we get slapped with 4,000 or 5,000 listeners?
I'll die. I'll lose my mind. I'll lose my fucking mind.
Could you imagine? I have never even seriously thought for 2 seconds what it would be like if we could make money doing this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I know.
I would fucking die.
I've only dreamt about it. I just go, yeah, it'll be real big one day, and then I guess, but I can't even handle it when we have 18 listeners.
And if you got more shit like that, I'll sell the shit out of it.
Cool.
I'll do the work. I'll move it around.
Well, I'll see what I can find in my junk. It's just, we start a podcast, and then it's just email full of, we can make your podcast successful. Join our network. And it's like, bruh. Nobody's making this podcast successful except for us being awesome.
Yeah, you fucking fag. Nerd.
But if you could show it to some guys, that'd be cool. Not you.
I wonder how we can get it promoted. Yeah, we should do that.
Cool. All right, well, I guess we can wrap it up.
10 Raj.
Once again.
Also, I've been saying, instead of just saying 10 Raj, I've been saying that's a Texas-sized Tyler 10 Raj.
I saw that today.
It comes with different energy. You're like, oh, shit.
He means he's serious about it.
Yeah. This is a fucking big deal.
Oh, that's so cool. And then... I don't know if we can do this for sure, but what are you doing Sunday?
This probably.
Going to church?
Are we?
I don't know. I was just thinking about it because you talked about it earlier.
Ooh, yes.
And Sunday's coming. And I'll tell you the thing about wanting to go to church is you want to go to church 6 days a week and you never want to go to church on Sunday. I've been a Christian, dude, and that's what it's like.
What time is it? No, I think we said we were going to do it. I think we should commit to it and do it.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll have the boys for sure. They might be with their mothers, but I will go to church with you on
And if
Sunday.
you don't have the boys, we can
what's this church like? I'm not wearing
No, you wear whatever.
Slacks.
Wear whatever
pants,
you want.
Nice
you can wear a ball cap. You wear a ball cap.
No shit.
I
won't, but I'll wear a fucking pearl snap and a pair of Levi's.
No, come as you are. That's the Christian thing. Come as you are. So you just show up.
I stay coming.
We'll walk in. I'll bet. So here's how church.
Do I have to not jerk off on Sunday, or I won't get in?
No, you can jerk. You just not in or near the church.
Okay.
So keep your
stop down the road.
Yeah, right before we get there, we'll pull over. We'll just go back to back in the bench seat and just shoot out the doors.
Just fucking stroke one out quick. Dude, we're going to have to time that good. What if I come faster than you? And then I'm just sitting there not even jerking off while you're jerking off behind me.
Oh, and
you wouldn't be able to get through it.
Never, dude. I can barely get through just consensual heterosexual sex without my penis getting weird.
That might be the funniest part of the podcast.
Yeah, Do you, have you been to church much ever? Other than Mormon, and I'm not counting Mormon.
Never to anything other than Mormon church, and not very much growing up.
And I haven't been
except for that one time I went with Clifford and Pocatello.
Okay. And I haven't been to a lot of different ones, but how it almost always goes in my experience is you cruise up, you got 10, 15 minutes of maybe you got coffee and you go chill and they got music or whatever, and then they do worship. That's what it's called when they play music, because they don't just play music for fun; they play it for fucking worship.
Yeah, they play it for God.
Yeah, so
this is God's music.
So they hit 10, 15 minutes of God music, and you get in the zone, and it loosens you up. And then somebody preaches for 20 minutes. What we love about the church I went to growing up was they just went through the Bible. So every week you go to church, they're just picking up where they left off. And I don't know what they call that, but there's a thing that different preachers do called topical preaching, which is just based on what's going on in the world. We'll take the Bible passages that apply to it and say, here's what we should think about all this. We don't love that because it just seems manipulative. Just tell me the word of God and what's up with it, and then I'll be able to know.
That's what I'd prefer.
And so that's what we like is just, you just go in wherever they're at. They're going to tell you what the message is, and then you'll walk away feeling something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's sick.
I'm looking forward to it, dude.
All right, we'll do it for sure.
I hope that I love God as much as Wade loves peanut butter on toast. We were out of bread for 3.5 days. It's all he talked about. I said, there's milk, there's cereal. You can eat other things for breakfast. This morning, I made fried eggs on top of hash brown patties with 1/2-inch sliced ham on the stove. And I said, you want some peanut? And he goes, can you toast a couple pieces of bread and put peanut butter on it? And he just set me and Gunner have these big plates of delicious breakfast shit, and he's just fucking covered in peanut butter. And he was like, that's a good breakfast.
Dude, I love that.
All right, dude.
I hope I love God as much as my boy loves peanut butter.
Dude, we buy 3-pound jars, and he can tear through them in a week. Like, he will live off peanut butter if I don't tell him no.
You know what you're going to have to do?
What?
Get peanut butter without fucking seed oils in it, or you'll turn him into a chick.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So they say that...
Does he grow a vagina?
There's no way this is true. They say that baby formula that's just soy-based, if you give it to a baby, it's the equivalent of giving them like 5 estrogen pills a day, like 5 birth control pills worth of estrogen.
Yeah, I don't think that's true, huh?
No, but the idea is that soy-based stuff and seed oils, they estrogen you up and turn you into a chick. You get all sensitive.
I think, homeboy, that fucking meathead could use a little estrogen. Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of people I know need to eat some more seed oils.
Yeah.
Calm down, dude. Did you try fucking vegetable oil?
No shit. We need to get fucking shot of test. Jesus Christ. She's fucking... I just got these fucking papers.
You know what else is fucked up? Final thing. I have an uncle who went through some horrible life changes, divorce stuff that really wrecked him. And he was depressed for a couple of years. And then and throughout that whole journey, he found out his testosterone's low, got on some testosterone, and it fucking took his depression away. For real.
Do you think you're low T?
No, that's what my mom thought too, so I got checked. I'm good.
Nice.
Because I was like...
probably going to get checked when you're super sad.
Yeah. Well, and I should... I was so scared.
Ooh, get me an at-home science kit. I'll check your T.
I think you got to go in the ass.
I'll wear it however you want me to get it. I'm a minor. You're the fucking mountain. Let's go, bud. I'll get in that motherfucker.
All right, we did it. I love you.
Love you, bye. This is why you're the king, dude.
Yeah. And I'm telling you can do that with your kids.
Yeah. You just thugged out a little bit. We started talking about, right?
I do that all the time.
Yeah, dog, ain't no thing. Yeah.